Hey guys, so AIMS hips fundamental movements, okay? So these are just a set of hip mobility drills that we kind of do in certain sequences to really open the hips up, okay? So the first one is bear sit. For that, we want to make sure, okay, we sat back with knees bent and toes active. What that means is toes are curled up towards your shins. From here, you're going to place your hands behind you. Fingers can be pointed back, so we're into this position. Looking from sideways, same thing, okay? Pushing the ground away from us. Make sure we're not kind of hunching from the lower back. From there, we're going to look to drop the knees to the side and back up, and to the other side and back up. Making sure, guys, that when we come up, we don't, okay, looking from front, we don't peel the hands or the shoulders off. So the idea is to keep the chest facing forward and the tummy's drawn in, and you're going to really pull the knees towards the ground and really actively for 3, 2, 1, nice and tall, and then to the other side. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and that's a bear sit. From here, we're going to go into something called the 90-90 stretch. Now we are very, very big on this, okay? So from here, similar to the bear sit, from there you're going to drop the knees and you're going to face your leading leg. Now, what's really important to understand here is, even though you come here, you want to make sure your feet are at 90 degrees, okay? Your knees are at 90 degrees, your hips are at 90 degrees from your knees, okay? And we want to be sitting tall, okay? So a little bit side view, I don't want to see this sort of movement here, all right? So even if that means you're over your shin or slightly over the knee, facing away, that's totally fine. What I want you to think about here is a couple of fingertips, posture up, and you're going to use your tummy to really hold this position. Then you're going to look straight ahead, shoulders are back, you're going to slowly hinge from the hips, and imagine you're going to smell your shins, okay, but not like this. We want to make sure we keep hover the heart over the shin, okay, and really lead with the nose straight out, so looking straight ahead. So I don't want you to be looking onto the ground and hunching. We're going to hold this for 10 seconds. We're going to sit nice and tall first, guys. This is really important. Now, you may start to get cramps on your back hip. That's totally normal to start off with, okay? But once we kind of get away from there, we're going to slowly start to walk our hands up and behind us. Again, we're looking to the side. We're going to hold this position, sitting tall for 10 seconds. Got to make sure, guys, that we're not just turning our head and looking back. Okay, so same thing again, nice and tall. We're going to hinge from the hips, heart over the shin or the knee, depending on where you are. Okay, hover those hands, so you're using your own core strength to hold yourself up here. Nice and tall if we can. Again, you can always have your hands on the ground. Don't be scared to do that. Okay, we're going to slowly walk back, but look, I'm twisting from here, really pushing my knees and hips into the ground. Sometimes, again, it's okay to have your knees come off the ground a little bit, but really try and work hard to post everything on the ground. Okay, from here, bear sit, we can go to the other side. Same thing, okay? So if I was to kind of just set up like this, I would make sure my knees are set up, nice and tall. Okay, I'm there. So this, generally speaking, is my tighter side, okay? So I'm going to sit nice and tall, and I'm going to hinge from the hips. Again, I'm going to lead with my nose, lead with my heart over the shin. Again, I'm just, okay? If I was to really put my hands off, look, it's really, really hard for me to really kind of hold this position using my core. But you have to be honest with yourself that you're not hunching. Right? And don't think coming lower is better, okay? It's really about kind of building the strength in this position. 10 seconds, nice and tall first. We're going to slowly start to look back, nice and tall. 10 seconds here. Okay? Same thing again. If you can, start to hover your hands off. If not, still hands on the ground. Okay? From here, coming up, nice and tall. Again, you're going to look back, but look sitting tall. So you don't want to be doing this sort of stuff. All right, so even if it's just from there to there, that's totally fine. Okay, 10-second hold here. From here, guys, we're going to go into, okay, our external rotation, okay, from the 90-90 position. Now, what that means is, if you were to start the whole process again, let's say, okay, from here, we're going to go into that 90-90 stretch, but rather than coming forwards or backwards, what you're going to do is you're going to keep looking straight ahead. You're going to post on your big toe. Okay, outside of your big toe comes, okay, push down from the big toe. Heel comes up off the ground, you're going to scoop the heel and you're going to bring that knee back for 3, 2, 1. Knee kisses the ground again. It's really important, again, post, scoop the heel and really using the strength on the backside to really open the inner thighs up for 3, 2, 1, then down. And again, it may just come up to here, but you're really working hard, okay, strengthening wise from the outside of the hips to lengthen the muscles in the inside of your legs, but in control. Back down to the other side, so bear sit, 90-90. We can set up wherever we need to, looking straight ahead. We're going to post the big toe and slow control. External rotation and back down. Big toe. Scoop the heel, external rotation, back down. Post. Scoop and external rotation, back down and relax, okay? So it's really, really important we have that knee coming up using our own strength. Now from here, we're gonna go into internal and external rotation on all fours. What does that mean? Similar to the bear sit, fingers are pointed back. Here, making sure that shoulders are nowhere near the ears, we push the ground away. We're going to slowly hover the backside up off the ground. Not too much, just enough. Making sure one leg is flat on the ground. We're going to slowly drop the knee to the mat on the outside. That's external rotation. From there, we're going to slowly pivot and look at this. Bring the inside of the knee towards the ground for 3, 2, 1. And again, same thing. 3, 2, 1. Always trying to bring the knee as close to the ground as possible. So you're really working hard. And then the internal rotation. Okay, to the other side, same thing, making sure that, guys, when we come up, we don't collapse from the supporting leg. Okay, so make sure this leg doesn't collapse in. Okay, same thing when you come in, don't make sure it doesn't collapse outside, right? So you want to make sure you're strong, stable, and then really using the strength, your own strength, to get close to the ground. Back up, external rotation for 3, 2, 1. In, 3, 2, 1. And relax, okay? It can get a little bit hard on the shoulders, so make sure you can have a little bit of break if you need to, but really push the ground away from us at all times, okay? Now, from there, okay, we've got our toe stretch. Similar to our general mobility, where we were kind of just rocking forwards and backwards, okay? We're gonna do a very, very similar thing. We're gonna place the hands on the ground. We're gonna just rock up and straight down to the ground, kiss the knees, okay? This is our first progression. Now, if this is okay, we're going to slowly come up and we're going to find balance in ball of our feet, nice and tall. Okay, if this is okay, our third and last variation is going to be slowly leaning back and trying to kiss the knees on the ground, hands on the ground, coming up, nice and tall, slowly start to kiss the knee on the ground. Okay, notice I'm almost scooping my hips under me and slightly leaning back, using my core to really counterbalance myself. Okay, we don't want to see this like really rigid structure, which is awesome, start to come forward and then suddenly down. Right? That can happen, it will happen, okay? So make sure you're slightly kind of a little bit more mobile and aware from what's happening from the hips and you're counterbalancing. So we want to kiss the knees on the ground. So really the idea is to load the tissues on the ball of our feet, okay? Again, freeing that joint up, making sure they move the way they're meant to. Okay, from there, that is our hip fundamentals. Enjoy, guys.